Welcome to Junk Journal Mayhem at Studioloo.
It's day 22. Have you had your coffee? Because today we are jumping into coffee filters. My friend Mary Ellen at Red Parrot is kind of like the queen of certain things, and dyeing coffee filters with markers is one of them. So I had to think of something that I haven't done before. I've never seen done before, and I actually have no prototype. I did not try anything out. But I grabbed my handy dandy bin of elastics that I have here for tie-dyeing, and I sort of was thinking about tie-dyeing. And I only grabbed a couple of coffee filters because I'm not really thinking this through all that well, I think. So what I'm thinking I'd like to do is just kind of fold these in a tight little, not super tight, but kind of tight little coney kind of fold like that. We'll try and see what happens and see if we can tie-dye these. I don't know, because they're quite absorptive. They'll probably like absorb ink under these elastics, but I don't know. I don't know what will happen, and I have to remember this is paper, so I probably shouldn't go too tight. I'm used to tie-dyeing fabric, so let's not get too bold. We'll just do like 2 of these elastics, because I'm probably going to have to cut them once we get these filters wet. Now, in theory, because they're coffee filters, they shouldn't completely disintegrate, right? Okay. So let's get the grunge box, just in case we make a mess. And I grabbed a couple of Amsterdam inks. These are acrylic inks in light rose and olive green deep. I haven't used these before, actually. But I was thinking I might try to like just paint them on a bit. I don't know how wet they're going to need to be. But that's that one. I didn't want to go too excessive with the colorant. And here, I'm going to use this. And this might not really work that well, actually, acrylic ink. I don't know. This isn't all I'm doing, though. And this is just the first bit. Okay, go in the middle a little. Okay. And the other thing I grabbed is my Lost Shadow Distress Oxide spray. So I know it doesn't have a lot of color, but it's because I don't want to overwhelm everything. I also want to actually hit this with coffee. I've got coffee here in a spray bottle, which is almost empty. I need to refill this thing. But it kind of just blubs on, which I'm okay with. I might actually just like take a little bit of coffee right out and just kind of pour it on there. I have to refill this. I keep saying that with every time I use it. I'm like, I have to refill this. Okay, so now we've got this wet and schmooshy. So let's get rid of the grunge box, but first I need to dry it off with a bit of old glue book page that will get rid of most of the coffee, so the grunge box is not totally soaking wet before I put it down. So then I was thinking I would dry this while still like this to see, in fact, what happens. So I'm going to do one more little spray of the Lost Shadow. I think that's all I need to do with this. Yeah. Then we'll dry it. This probably will take about 500 years, so I'm just going to come back. Okay, so this isn't quite dry, but I think I'm going to unwrap it because it will be easier to dry now that I can unwrap it. I'm not going to twiddle around with these elastics. I'm just going to cut them. Elastics are not that hard to come by in life. Okay, that one I think is actually better to just take off. Okay. So let's open these up and see what happened. I wanted something a little subtle. I didn't want to go like crazy bright colors this time, because I often do crazy bright colors. Okay, I like this actually. I know it's really subtle. It's mostly coffee stained with a bit of pink on the edge and some green blobs in the middle. But look how it looks like a flower. So I'm going to try to dry it now and see what we can do here with this. I have several ideas, but let me go ahead and just get it fully dry and then I will come back. Okay friends, so this might be like one of the easiest projects that I've ever done. I separated these and I just love them. I think they just look like a very fun, subtle flower. What I think is cool is the folds then getting wet, then getting dried with the heat gun has given them such a nice feel. Like they're just, I love them a lot, so much so that I think I just want to keep them like this. That's the project. So here's what I'm thinking. So here's the moth journal that I'm working on right now. It is actually going to be done probably this week. And I'm thinking, let me look in here and see, do we have a spot where we could use an interesting middle? I may have already filled these all in. Let me look toward the back. I might have one back there that needs a fun middle decoration, not that one. I have done a lot of work in this journal, so it doesn't surprise me if it's already kind of sorted out. But let's just pretend, okay? Let's take this out for a moment. What if you were to put that right in the center of your journal? Wouldn't that just be gorgeous? I think that's just really pretty. Like you open it up and there you go. You've got that like flat floral and you can write on this. So these, that's the piece. Those are the pieces. I'm not going to make anything else. I did have a bit of an idea, which I might want to try someday, which is like to kind of take the yeah, this is all this is just about done. To take the coffee filter, sort of have it a little bit moist with some kind of a glue, and then twist it and twist it and twist it. And I thought about doing that here, like right in the middle, and like create these twists. But I want to keep these just as they are. That simple, ridiculously simple, but perfect. So that's it for me today. That was the very gentle, subtle mayhem for those of you who were a little bit worried since we used dryer lint. I know. That's it. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.